So that is really
Yes.
nice.
See, men can be friends for a long time. So, Missy, why did you want to bring all your friends here on the
Well,
ride?
we had been talking about it for a while.
This is high school 05.
Talking about just
Did y'all use the podcast as a way?
things that we go through.
Whoever wants to answer.
And I think it was Katrina. There you go. We were cracking up.
That I've known since I was. You hit that like and subscribe.
With each other. And I think that's a major problem that women have is because
Did y'all use the podcast as a way? Whoever wants to answer.
We're all doing the same things.
There.
We didn't know it was a word.
That's the type you kind of
that's it.
you rely on each other. You trust each other. People, you see how they we're all doing the same things. How important their family time. Then it's just the thing for us.
That's it. But we all sang together. We were actually all on the same mic. Really, like we would get to talking. We would go to places. We get our nails done together. Go to the same salon. But we all sang together. We were actually all on the same mic. Remember the Zumba class? And we would Zumba together. We would do the Zumba.
I think jealousy amongst women comes from when a woman really doesn't know who she is and what she brings to the table, what she like.
So we had a very delicate situation, and it involved me.
Okay.
Where I felt
what she brings to the table,
because I had major
what
surgery.
she
My life
like,
was like just imbalanced. So it was a very delicate situation.
Just head on. Time.
know who she is, and
we all grown, like she said.
What she
said,
like.
Everybody's grown.
So we had a very delicate situation.
At the same time, then
know who she is, and
this is how a podcast start with multiple women. Do I look? You're all good. Nah, this is cool. Good. All right. Oh man, it messes with me all the time. Shout out Cheese, 20 years in since high school, 05. Is it? Yes. Nice. See, men can be friends for a long time. No. Well, you guys are about to prove otherwise. Well, this is a different interview from what I normally have. I have my aunt, and she has a bunch of her friends with her. Some that I've known since I was a child, which is really dope. To actually have y'all on here, especially you, Tanya, Karen. You guys have grown with me, so this is kind of pretty cool. Would have never thought. Who would have thought? 5 years old, would have never. I'll have y'all on my podcast. Yes. All you guys look beautiful, by the way. You look great. You don't have to worry about anything. And I just really appreciate you guys coming. Like, this is really cool. Mm-hmm. Well, before we introduce everyone, we want to welcome Opposing Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Dale. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. Let's go. Thank you. So, we have my aunt who has her friends with her, and they're called the Lacies. It's a lot of them, so I'm not going to introduce all of them. And one is not here, actually. But, Missy, you can go ahead.
Hi, I'm just going to start introducing. On my right is Karen.
Hi.
Hey. Tanya.
Hey.
Katrina.
Hey.
Lori. Hey. And Takesha.
Hi.
And we are the Lacies.
So, Missy, why did you want to bring all your friends here on the
Well,
ride?
we had been talking about it for a while, like getting on the podcast and talking about just us as women, things that we go through. How do we keep a friendship for years without some kind of conflict, and we breaking up and not talking to each other anymore? How do you do that? How do you resolve issues? How do you, when you're not always together or always in each other, how does that keep the friendship? How do you keep the friendship going when you're not always seeing each other? And unfortunately for us, it's like, boom, once we're together, it's like we've never been apart.
Did y'all use a podcast as a way of getting together? Yeah, I'm gonna mess with y'all. Like, come on.
Come on. Extra opportunity for us to get together.
Right.
Yes.
Just
We
another thing to
always-
put on our little resume of things that we do.
We try to get together once a month.
Yeah, once a
usually.
month. At least once a month.
We plan something.
So I'm gonna ask a question. How did the Lacies get together? Whoever wants to answer, you can go ahead.
Me? Oh, fun. Okay, so one day we were, I don't know, guess doing whatever we were doing, and Karen decided to send us a text message just as a group message, and she was supposed to write, "Hey ladies," but it came up, her spell check, I think, and her phone corrected it, and it said, "Hey Lacies," and we all read it, and she was like, "I meant ladies." I was like, "Lacies," and I think it was Katrina who was like, "Wait a minute," but I looked it up, and it's a word. I'm like, "Oh, well, what's it mean?" And okay, so someone always get me here because I always mix it up. So it means,
Oh man,
I know you know.
my brain is old.
It means what a woman that every man
yes.
wants to be with,
Yes.
and a woman that every woman wants to be like.
There you go.
Good job.
Thank you.
Y'all never heard of the word before?
Never.
We didn't even know it was a word.
We didn't know.
It was
We were cracking up,
just a typo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
autocorrect.
and then we were like, "That's cute.
That's it. Yes.
We're gonna keep that."
And everybody knows the Lacies. It's like they're like, "Oh, the Lacies." We'd be like,
Yeah. I mean, it didn't help that when we were on social media, if we were in group pictures, we would write like hashtag the Lacies. So it started, and you're like, "Oh, what's that?" So then, yeah,
And you're the youngest. You're the youngest member.
I'm the baby.
How does that feel?
Really fun sometimes, but it's funny because in my real world, I'm the oldest sibling.
Okay.
So it's kind of funny, but I've always said my entire life, I always wish I had an older sister. Me not being the oldest with everything on me as the oldest kid. So it's kind of fun to have a bunch of older sisters and friends. So it's not so bad. They try not to tell me what to do. Karen tries to tell me what to do sometimes, but then she says, "I'm sorry."
Yeah.
She says, "I'm sorry." And I'm like, "It's fine."
I'm the oldest in my family.
Then I
surprised.
listen, and I rebel.
I know you because you pushy.
They'd be like, "What?" And I rebel like a youngest child. I'm like, "Okay, Karen, do what I want."
"Can we do it?"
Well, like, who were the first members? Like, how did the group start? Actually, form?
Ooh.
It
So
was the 5 of us.
yeah, it was T, it was myself, it was Lori, it was Karen, and it was Missy.
So tell me, Missy was last.
No, she wasn't last. No,
sorry.
and we were all like we all sang together. Well, Karen was a disciple member. She just liked to play and pretend to be on ensemble. But we all sang together. We were actually all on the same mic. And we would kidnap Karen as much as we possibly could. And so that is really, like, we would get to talking, we would go to places, we would get our nails done together, go to the same salon. We would sometimes, remember the Zumba class?
We did Zumba together.
We would do the Zumba class. We would do all these different things together. And so it was just like, well, why not? Okay. And well, how else? Like, what else? What was happening?
I truly don't know, like,
New
that
Year's.
one thing
Yeah,
that
it
got
was
me.
organic.
It
Yeah,
just
it was-
happened.
It just
Yeah.
organically
We
came
had
together.
Always together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether it was on that pew, in the sanctuary, and you always had that face like, I wish you would sit in our seat. Don't you? You know who that seat belongs to. Or when we were at the mic, and it was just we were always together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just was always together. That's it.
Each other's houses.
Yeah.
We would do parties. Just
I had parties, sleepovers, and all that stuff.
Yeah, like big
Sleepovers, grown
12-year-old
person sleepovers.
Yeah.
I think that's cool though. I mean, it's funny, but it's cool that you guys,
And lip
put that together and formed it.
We lip sync
We dance.
just in case anybody wants us
Yes,
to come
if
to
you
the
want
party.
So
Like, we do birthdays, weddings,
is that what
funerals.
inspired like the lipstick videos for your wedding and different
Well,
things?
It was me. I
Yes.
started
This is Missy's
off
fault.
my 45th birthday party.
Yes.
And I was like, I want to do something different, and which forced me to get out of my shell because I would never be up in front of anybody doing that kind of stuff. But because we did it together, I was like, okay, I can do it. But I thought about it and I was like, I want to do something different with the group, and I was like, let's do a lip sync.
So Karen, like you can really sing. Do you actually find yourself doing lip singing? Actually singing?
No, I actually
You actually really?
do lip sync. And if I get an opportunity, I like to sing off key.
Why?
That's true.
Because I do. I don't know, because sometimes you just don't want to be serious all the time.
She don't do well with singing off key though.
Okay.
She tried real hard.
She'll irritate
It don't
herself.
work. She like I cannot get it. So, and she not even telling you the whole truth. She attempts to lip sync, and then all of a sudden she get into it, and then she's actually singing out loud.
I can see that.
Yes.
Because Karen can sing, though, for real.
No, Karen can sing. She
Yes,
definitely
yes.
can.
What I think is what made me happy was that y'all just caught on to this crazy idea
Yeah.
and just went ahead and said, okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. And not just we'll do it, but learned it. You know, where we were just in sync with everything. Like we knew all the words, we knew everything.
Yeah.
So
Had
it was
dance
just
moves.
like, oh,
Yes.
okay. Whatever I asked y'all gonna do.
We rehearsed, we did everything.
Yeah.
So, Tanya, you weren't at Bethany when this friendship formed, right?
When the group started,
Yeah.
no, I was at another church, and but I still was around different events, and I think it was Missy or someone had approached me about just joining the Lacies, being a part of the group.
Oh, you recruited her.
Myself,
Yeah, we
We
recruited
recruit people.
I think, did we give you the eat the hard candy?
Yes.
Yes, we did. We did the rock
Pop rocks.
Yes.
That was initiation.
Is there some type of ceremony to? Oh, okay, the initiation. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was it. Pop rocks.
I forgot about that. People like, what?
Can y'all explain what that is for people?
So, Pop Rocks
Is that for Gen Z?
is a
For
candy,
Gen Z?
right?
Yeah, y'all speaking Lacy
Pop
language.
Rocks are a candy that we all had as children.
Yes.
And they're like these little rock candies.
Okay.
And
They look like the pebbles at the
yeah,
bottom
they
of
look
a
like
fish
pebbles.
tank.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they can be in any color,
Right.
whatever. So and when you put it in their mouth, it starts to makes that
Explodes.
noise.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
pops in your mouth.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah,
pops in your tongue. Oh
right,
yeah,
right.
I didn't know
So
the
that
name.
was the initiation. You
With
had to
soda.
do
You
Pop
had
Rocks
to
with
drink
soda.
it with soda.
With soda.
This is a big sugar, a sugar rush.
You're trying to jack your stomach up.
Feel like if you can get through this, you can be our friend.
You are friends.
There were some
Lazy.
low key
You are
things
lazy.
like all the Lacies can cook, so we wasn't having nobody with us that couldn't cook.
No.
Yeah.
That wasn't necessarily just inherently a giver, because everyone in this group just gives. Like it's I'm not waiting for you to ask. It's just like, oh, I see you have a need, let me meet it. So it wasn't like, oh, that Mean Girls crew, we just gonna be popular. It's no, this is a group of 7 women whose service is their core. Along with being as silly
And family.
as could be in family. And that was important for us because as silly as we are, as you guys have already seen, we can talk about anything.
Okay.
And we can respectfully debate and then come right back to, all right, is my hair a mess? Am I doing this? And like we all have like funny stories of just like when we have like 1 or 2 interactions with like 2 or 3 of us, and then we get together and it just gets insane. Like I'm thinking about, remember when we did your photo shoot for your birthday party?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that was crazy. And so I came over, beat Missy's face, made her look even, and then was playing with pearls. I was just like, come on, give me sexy. Come on, drip the pearls. And I felt like a dance mom in the background. And then we could be at Lori's house. And Lori, let me tell you something. Lori, being in the gym with Lori was...
I heard about that.
Yes. You was going to get in shape whether or not
It
you
was
wanted
rough.
to or not.
Yeah.
We had so much fun. You would laugh. And then she'd be like, ha, 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 give me another set. I ain't got no breath. You got breath. You talking. You got breath. Go ahead and give me another set.
So Laura, you the oldest. So not only you bossing them around in the gym.
I don't boss them around.
No?
I never boss them around.
Okay.
I'm just very I'm just very protective of them. So it's like and what they leaving out is part of the Lacies. You better know how to throw them hands.
Yep.
It be people that really be like hating on us, and we don't carry ourselves like that. We don't conduct ourselves like we better than anybody. But I'm very protective of them. But I have to always remember these is grown women. Like, come on now, they grown. They grown. But they are. Karen always calls me her big sister. And I know that she's younger. I have daughters her age. But I still respect the fact that she's a woman. She's a grown woman. You know, she make her own choices and different things like that. So, yeah, it's a little different being the oldest in this group. But I'm the youngest in my family. I'm 13 children.
That's crazy how you guys are like kind of opposite in a way.
Yeah.
That's interesting. How do you guys handle adversity? Tanya, you want to take this one? You've been,
Just head on. Deal with it. Put it out there. We all grown, like you said. Or Lori said, everybody's grown. Hit it.
What I like is that whenever there's like an incident, life-changing event, you guys always come together for every event, and that's big. And you guys are all women and able to do it too, which is big. And for as long as you've been able to do it. How do you guys? What goes into it? Does it just happen natural? Is there one leader that just calls everyone and say, "Hey, we got to jump on this," or do you guys just know what to do simultaneously?
I think it ebbs and flows. I think it depends on who the thing is happening to. Will determine who's actually probably going to like take charge. The two that usually do it are T and Karen. One of them is hopping on the text like, we need to But then again, to know them is to know how their administration brains work. So it makes sense.
Okay. Organization skills.
Yes.
T more than me, because T likes to send things electronically, and I'm like,
she's just like,
I gotta write this. I gotta write this down. Can you just give it to me again?
So, like adversity, I think it is, it's an acknowledgement that it happened, and then there's okay, so what do you need? Where are you? All right, are you gonna be home? Do we need to pull up? What's happening? And so those are some of the questions to start flying through the chat. So we already know if our text messages are just blowing up that day, it's either really something crazy and funny, or it's a call to action, even without the actual call being put out there. And so as soon as we hear, it's not a if you're going to come, it's what days are you going to make it? It's, what do you need? That's typically how it is. And then it's not just in that moment, it's ongoing. And I think there's an understanding between all of us that when everyone else has gone away, when it's gotten quiet, that's when the greatest amount of support. And sometimes, like, I do it with Lori all the time. Everybody knows my schedule, where I am. If you see me, it's wonderful just because of what's going on, all the stuff that's happening in my life. But I will send Lori pictures and I'll send her just hearts, and I'm like, I love you to pieces. You're on my mind even though you ain't seen me in months, and it'll go like that. And then some of the, like Tanya, same thing, like she'll get a text from me and I'll be like, hey, you good? You good?
So y'all do a check-in.
Yeah, like it's a check-in, and then I'm always in Jersey even though I live in Philly, so I sometimes pop up on people and I'm like, you home? Yeah, why? I'm around the corner. Why are you here? Don't worry. So that's kind of how we do that. So it's a natural ebb and flow.
Okay.
Or we need to talk.
Or we might just put in the chat, hey guys, I'm thinking about y'all. I love y'all.
She does that.
I love y'all. I'm just thinking about our friendship and everything, and I'm so, just keep putting that out there because it's true, not just to say that, but just because our lives are so busy. And just to say, hey, I know I'm doing whatever, but I love y'all and I'm thinking about y'all.
Or if you need prayer,
Pop that in there.
you just need to talk about it. This is what's going on.
Or if we need bail money.
Yeah, because y'all like to jump people, right?
No, we don't jump people. Most of the time, they be like, all right, All right. Let's talk about this to see if this is something that we actually going to do.
Yeah, actually.
Is this a jumpable thing?
So is it a cuckoo moment?
Yeah, is it a
or
cuckoo
is it
moment?
a okay? I'm
A
just
cuckoo
spinning.
moment.
Yeah.
Cuckoo. That's the noise.
That means if you hear it, everybody can wear it. You know, I got a
Oh, man.
situation.
It's going down.
It's going
We
down.
got a situation.
Well, listen,
We're like
Everybody
it's
has to
like
look hard. Who did it?
Because we need to see the faces. What's
right.
happening?
What's going on? What
Right.
happened?
What is happening?
Okay, we in the car.
all right, we well, this is good. We're gonna take a quick break. All right, we're hitting that 20-minute mark. I think, yeah. All right, it's your boy Del with OPP, and we have the Lacies. And we're actually going to come back and talk about, how do women maintain friendships? There's a narrative that women cannot be friends together and maintain it. You guys are changing that narrative. How are you guys changing that narrative? What are you guys doing behind it to keep this friendship going?
I would say we don't compete with each other. And I think that's a major problem that women have is because they compete and jealousy. Like none of us are jealous of anyone. We get behind you. We're going to support you. It doesn't matter. We're going to rock with you. You get a new house, new car, whatever. We're going to rock with you. So there's no jealousy there. And I think with y'all, the jealousy thing.
And supporting each other
Right.
is key.
Right.
And just being real. I can't say that enough because people say, "Oh, let's keep it real." No, we keep it real.
We do.
And that's it.
And trust.
Yeah.
It's a buildup of trust. Can I trust you with what I'm going through? Or maybe I just something I want to get off my chest and I know it's going to stay here.
Right.
And not just trust, but also prayer. Also, we're going to pray. When we say we're going to pray for you, it's not, we're going to pray for you. I'll pray for that. It's the actual, we're going to pray. And we're going to come together and pray if we need to. We're going to do all those things. And just, and I think trust is a major thing with women. Because I think that's what, the two-faced kind of thing. Like, you go tell everybody else what I told you. And that's not what we do.
I think the other thing is every single person in the Lacies is independently secure. Like they know who they are. They're sure in themselves. They know what they do. And we can then get behind them and begin to help sharpen those gems that already exist. And so it is, like for instance, although she still loves me. Like we went to Ignite. And I knew that Nikki had a need for someone who was super good at administration. And the first thing I was just like, have you talked to T? Yeah, she'll whip all this together because the one thing that I know that girl can do in her sleep is put systems together and actually just get everything working. And so, but that's commonplace for us to be able to look at each other and see the thing that makes them sparkle, see the thing that they're strong in, and look for opportunities to toot their horn even if they won't toot it for themselves. And it's not on some backhanded nothing. It's like, no, girl, I want you to be successful, and however I can lend myself to help you do that, then that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to party until we're sleepy, which, we're getting older, so it happens a lot. So,
That's very early in the party.
That part.
Right, that was early. That was the early years of Lacies. Now it's like,
Now it's
girl,
like,
I'm sleepy.
So we can nap together, and like we can laugh at ourselves and laugh at each other, and it's not so. Did you just laugh? It's none of that. It's just like, no, you funny. Like even when we were talking earlier this week, and we were talking about Lori is not allowed to have coffee when we have our sleepovers. Even talking about that, or when we're talking about who's going to be the first one to go to sleep, or all of the masks, the literal the literal ones can come off as well as the non-literal ones can come off. It's just like we can be barefaced, we can be hair tore up, we ain't brushed our teeth yet.
Time. And then we have Lori that's just like,
Karen, you go ahead.
time.
Karen, give us your.
Is there anything left?
Yes.
There is?
Yes.
Well, is there anything else? Is that it, or you want me to
No,
move on to the
I
next?
will say that as far as how we form, how women stay together, for me, it's when you're in close proximity with people, because you don't really get to know them until you see them, in whatever environment. So for us, primarily, it was church, and really further than that, in choir. Even though I wasn't in the same choir with these ladies, the majority of them, we're not just talking about being on the same choir. They were on the same microphone. We have several mics within the choir. They were on the same mic. Okay, so that's kind of like, let's say our friendship starts there.
Okay.
And then from there, the extension is, I'm friends with Missy. They see me with Missy all the time. So here I come. Tanya may ask Missy to do a couple of things, and Missy goes, can you guys help me? So there's Tanya, you know what I mean? And then that's kind of like how it built. When you start seeing the same people and we're all doing the same things at the same time, then, you kind of, you tend to rely on each other. You trust each other more. You see how they interact with other people. You see how they interact, or how important their family is to them. And I think for us, that's a big thing. How we take care of our families, or how they take care of us.
How do you keep from being jealous of one another? Like, there's no. How do you keep from having any competition?
Knowing your own
Being
lane.
secure in yourself.
Knowing your lane, being secure in yourself. Like, I think jealousy amongst women comes from when a woman really doesn't know who she is and what she brings to the table, what she just everything, and you want to be like someone else, and then you get caught up in that, and then you want to do everything they're doing, and then you can't because that's not your lane. So you have a lane to be in, and it's your job to find it. And once you're there and you're comfortable and secure in that as a person, there's no one. It's good. There's nothing else anyone can do at that point.
So nobody goes, "Oh, I wish I had that," or "I wish I."
Well, I don't think it's saying I wish I had it in a sense of I don't want you to have it.
Right.
Exactly. It's more of, oh, I wish I could do that, or not even I wish, I'm going to do that.
Right. Yeah.
Because you did it. Like, for instance, Takesha being the youngest of us all, getting her house and all that, and we're like, okay, that's for those of us who don't have one or want to get one, you're looking at what she went through to get hers, and I'm listening to what she did, not saying, oh, I'm not going to do that or that way, but just the advice. And just because she's younger than me has nothing to do with it. She has an experience that I haven't experienced. So yeah, I'm going to listen.
So instead of being like upset or bitter, you look at it as motivation, inspiration.
I'm going to push you because if we go back to, if we bring this to a biblical sense, is that I'm going to push you. I'm going to, because I know that God's going to do for me, maybe not the same way, but I'm not going to be jealous of you because that's going to block me.
And that's what I was
And that's
say.
coveted, and that's coveted.
Yes.
Because we have our spiritual background that keeps us grounded. So coveting, that's hating and being jealous, and God don't bless that. Like, no, you're supposed to celebrate your sister, So we did. We went to her lot when they did from the ground up, but we were proud because we like, wow, this is our sister, and this is what she's doing. So
it's a major event.
It's
for life,
major. It's major.
We went through a lot of major things, having children and all of that. And I know that I wasn't trying to have any, but I was supportive.
You guys always.
As always,
That's your need. I will have
children.
children. Okay, Sarah.
That you're getting encouragement too.
Right.
We're not keeping anything away from each other. We're we're helping each other. So it feels good when and I'll speak from an oldest perspective. When you're the oldest, I don't think anybody, not that they don't wish any ill on you, but they just assume that you have it. You got it like that. You can handle it. You're the responsible one. And, you know, the reason why I always say, like, Lori is my big sister is because in reality, I never really had a big sister. So to be able to get encouragement from her or anybody else in the group is a big thing, because you don't really get that growing up, because it's expected that you're going to give it.
Yeah, they're looking to you.
They're looking to you for it, but it's nice for me to be able to look to somebody else and that be reciprocated. That they trust me, that they believe in me, that they want to help, you know, me. And we do that for each other, and I think that's a big thing. That's a really big part of it, is that you're not just the giver of encouragement, but you have people pouring into you as well.
Right.
It's genuine. And that jealousy thing is just not in any of us. As Takesha said, we're secure in who we are.
Right.
So it doesn't have a place.
And I'm looking at Tanya while she's talking. I'm like, she is to me the epitome of that, because you know, me helping with her business and trying to do my little thing or whatever, everything I've asked, she's always supported it, party wise, and getting things together, and been like, oh, I have that, I'll bring that to you, or I'll give you this, or I'll let you do that, or whatever, and then showing me how it's done and using her context for me. You know, people were Tina, when I did her party, she was like, you and your team, and I was like, oh, I don't really have a team. but
She's like, you know,
in a sense I do, because I can always go, hey, you know, I know that she's gonna get this part of it done. If I need a poster, if I need this, I can go to Tanya to get that done, you know. And and it's always been a push. It's never been like, I have my business, I don't want your business to succeed. And it's never been like that.
And then we love on each other. Like in the group, Missy, Katrina, and myself are the three that's married. Our four sisters, they're not, right? So when Valentine's Day came, not yet. When Valentine's Day came, this was before COVID. The three of us got together. We sent them invitations. I mean, we did it like, it was beautiful. The table, we had the table set real pretty. We bought them flowers. We bought them a gift. And we celebrated their singlehood, you know.
And Pierre, a waiter.
Yes.
Calvin,
They wouldn't break character.
Yeah, he was the waiter. He pulled their chair. He parked their car.
He parked our cars. Yeah.
Everything. We
And
just
Fred
laid
cooked.
it out.
Yeah,
Fred
Fred
was
cooked.
the chef. He called me and Missy was the waitress. But that's how we loved one now, because we knew that Valentine's Day. Look, just because it's not a man there, you can still have your sisters that's going to love on you. You know, so.
I also think to add to that is that we don't have that issue where you can't be friends with anybody outside of us.
Yes.
Yes.
We actually celebrate it, and so they've met and
That was the
embraced.
question I was going to have.
They've celebrated and embraced meeting both of my best friends, and we've met like everybody's. We've met another person connected to every single person, and we've treated them as if they were our extended little sisters or our extended older sisters.
So nobody has any issues with the two best friends in the corner?
Absolutely no, because we know that that's a long friendship relationship, you know. So not at all.
I was thinking about Karen's speech, because I had edited the party, so I'm constantly hearing you guys' speeches that y'all had, and she goes, you're my best friend. She's my best friend. And I'm like, I wonder, does any other Lacies get mad at how many times?
They already know.
She used to say my BFF, my BFF. No, it's just like that's her best friend.
Yep.
That's that's who she's really linked up with.
And I'll say this: if there's ever an issue, because I know
That's where I was going
for
there.
those of you that are wondering out there, if there's ever an issue, they're not afraid to take it to the head. They're not gonna go, well, I can't talk to Karen about Missy because I don't want her saying something. They're just gonna go to Missy if the problem is with Missy, or vice versa. They're just gonna come to me.
They're not going to go to someone else to talk about.
Right.
We're not messy.
That's a
Right.
big deal.
They're gonna come right to me. And we do that. We do that all the time. Like if there's something that they're upset about or whatever, because we've had that where we've had our differences about different things.
Yeah, I wanted to ask.
No, we just take it right to the person.
So how does y'all resolve when y'all do have differences?
Talking about
We
it.
just
You have
talk it
to,
out.
You gotta talk.
So
Yeah.
can I
Yes.
share?
Yeah.
We just so we had a very delicate situation, and it involved me,
Okay.
where I felt left out because I had major surgery. My life was like imbalanced, like it was really really bad, and because they're my sisters, I was expecting them to be at the hospital. I was in intensive care or come to the house. And every time somebody came to my house, I was like, I was grateful, but it wasn't them. And I had an issue with that, like a big issue with it. And every time, now this was the spoiled side of me, I guess, because I was expecting them. So every time they was doing something, I was like, oh, I can't, maybe next time. And I kept turning down. This one picked it up, like something's wrong. This one picked it up, something's wrong. So finally I broke down and we was at Keisha's house and I was like, I really need to talk to y'all. And Tanya and Micah wasn't there. And I was like, this might be hard, but I need you to hear me. And what I told them, I didn't tell them that I was angry at them. I was like, I was disappointed. I was disappointed because out of everybody that came, even family members, they were the ones that I wanted to see. Because they were the ones that I knew was going to take care of me. Like, you good? Like, but it didn't happen. But I never was like, y'all did me wrong. I was like, I was disappointed because I was expecting to see y'all. And there was an apology, forgiveness. They wasn't like, I'm sorry. It was like, please forgive us. But I did. Like, at that moment, it was like, I let my sisters know that this hurt me. So it's just being able to do that and still keep rocking. Keep it moving. Where some people might have just fell off. But no, it's like, because everybody has a life. But I needed you to know that I needed you. Even if it was just to sit there and just be there. Just be there. But that was like, that was a conflict that we resolved. And we resolved it quickly.
Yeah.
Right? We resolved it quickly.
Yeah. And in that kind of environment, especially with this many women, it's not just like 2 or 3.
Right.
There's 7 of us. So anything can kind of jump off.
Right.
With from one person to the next.
Right.
You could have beef where 2 of us could have beef and nobody even know about it. It's something that we promised ourselves early on. We got to handle it. We got to resolve it. My favorite thing is when we're going through stuff like that is we need to fix this.
Yeah.
Fix it.
Yeah. How do we fix it?
Yeah, because the option is not, we're not going to be friends anymore.
Right.
That's not the option.
And also-
What? You die out of this.
Right.
Just saying.
Right? We used to say that you got out of
Yeah,
it.
you got
Just
that.
But also, it's not even about agreeing or disagreeing with how you feel. It's not about it's you feel that way.
Yeah.
And I offended you.
Yep.
Don't matter
And
if
I-
your feelings are right or wrong.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because feelings aren't right or wrong. They're just feelings.
Right.
So it's not, well, I did so and so, or I called you today, or I called you last week and you didn't pick up, or something like that. No, it's I hurt you. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to make excuses for that. I hurt you. How do we do this?
Right.
How do we move on? That's it.
Yeah. And what did we learn? And how
Yeah,
do we
what-
do
what
better
we
next
learn
time?
from it? Because each of us are different, and what one may need, another may not need that. And it's learning each other. It's learning what the needs are.
Okay.
So,
But I know that we know each other well enough to know, like, man, she wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Well, let's don't do it that way. Or if
Right.
we're doing something for one of us, well, this is what she likes. And it's about when you're spending time with that person and you're observing what they like, what they don't like, how they move, their energy. And you learn that because you love them, you genuinely love them. So we don't want anybody out there thinking that our friendship is just like, oh, they never have problems. We have situations, but we learned how to deal with it and move on. We don't stay there. We don't keep
Right.
muddling through it and all
Let's
that.
talk
No.
about it some more. No,
Yeah, no,
let's
that's
just
done.
deal with it.
That's done. You said how you
Well, that's what we're
felt.
talking about.
Okay,
I don't wanna
that's
talk about it no
what I did.
more.
Now that's it. Now let's keep it moving.
Right.
You
Now I'm
know,
probably gonna get mad and not talk to you if you keep talking about it.
talking about
Now
it.
I'm really
Now I'm really mad.
Now
Okay.
I'm mad because now you went too far.
Too much.
Do you think if this friendship started, let's say if you guys were in your earlier 20s, would it be as strong as it is now?
No.
Thinking about yourself at that time in your life and who you were.
No.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna
I
say
would
because
say
me
no.
and Tanya,
Well,
we were 20s going to Gordon
yeah,
Phillips,
yeah.
and we were been friends since then.
Yeah.
That's over 30 years.
Right.
Yeah, I probably
So, I
would
don't
say
know. But as
I'd
a
be
whole.
all right.
As a whole,
Of
the way
who
I
you
was
were.
living my
20
life,
years?
I don't
Let
know.
me see, 20
I don't know
years
if this
ago,
group
I
would be
was-
around. As
So-
a group, I don't know.
So 20
20
years ago, I
years
would have been in
ago?
my late 30s. No.
I was 45. I would have been all right. I would have been.
No,
all right.
I'm just saying if in your early 20s, not
Oh,
20
in
years
your-
ago.
oh, in
in
your
your
early
early 20s.
20s.
Now, I know there's a difference
No.
in age,
No.
but just saying, if
Definitely
all you guys
No.
were in your 20s.
No.
I was
It
Not with the whole
immature.
group.
No,
No.
And I
Yeah.
think the reason
Me
why
and Tanya,
is
me.
that a lot of
Yeah.
20-year-olds don't understand the value in longevity, the value in friendships, and unless you've been implicitly taught how to do that, you don't know how to invest, even when it don't feel good, even when it requires you to change, even when it requires you to work. And so I would say my 20-year-old self would have known how to do that just because of what I do on a day-to-day. But when I look at my relationships, even with my 20-year-old self, some of those relationships are still around. But the saving grace for a group like this is that everyone has a desire and a willingness to invest.
Okay.
But I don't know if all of our 20-year-old selves knew the power and understood the weight connected to investing to do it.
I think I will say this about for me and Tanya, and for me, the appreciation of our friendship now is different. You know, we were together for a long time, but I think I appreciate you even more. And I look back and be like, oh man, we 30 years in.
Wow.
We're 30 years in.
Wow.
It kind of flew by,
That's
but
pretty cool.
when you think about it, it's
That
like,
is
wow,
cool.
okay,
That's cool.
we're doing good.
Yeah.
We're doing a lot.
I think all of us have at least one person
Yeah.
that
been
we
a-
have been connected to for at least 2 to 3 decades.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Outside of
outside of
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's why I'm
Right.
thinking. I think I could be seen a group because all of my relationships are real like that. Like I got people that have been around since kindergarten that we are in touch with.
Yeah.
One maybe in North Carolina, Florida, wherever. But we here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, listen, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back from break, we'll go into some of you guys' business ventures and what you guys do professionally.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen, we're back with Opposing Perspective podcast. Got the Lacies back. They are more than just friends. They're also entrepreneurs. Some of them have businesses as well that are already up and running. We're going to start with Missy and her business and what you're doing with Fred, actually, your husband. Go ahead.
So our business, we actually just got our LLC for Big Rock. Yes, Big Rock LLC. So we decided not to to put it under catering because we have so much more stuff. So we did a broad LLC. This is one of our items, which is Big Rock's barbecue sauce. This is the first one of 3. This is the sauce, which is just a regular barbecue sauce. We have 2 more, East Meets West, which is an Asian sauce. And spicy, smoking hot is what it's called. And right now we're in the beginning stages of really pushing this. Like I said, we got the LLC. We're meeting with someone that is kind of running our brand. We're about to get a Shopify store so that you can order through there. So that's pretty much what we're doing now. kind of pushed back a little bit on catering, but we're still out there if you need some catering.
Oh, okay. So you fell back on the catering?
Yeah, we're pushing this more than we're doing anything else, but we're still doing catering.
Okay.
So if you ever need that, we're definitely there. But
And you do desserts as well.
and I do desserts as well, which is my business is called Joyous Occasions. So it's Missy's Joyous Occasions LLC
Okay.
or .com if you want to use that. So I'm still doing that, and that's pretty much what we're doing right now.
Okay.
That's a lot. That's good.
It is a lot. Yes. Karen?
Right now, I am doing KUP vocal lessons because I do vocal instruction sometimes, and that's all ages, all groups. Starting with the basic stuff, and then when I work with groups, it's more about trying to, get their blend. I've had people that I tried to get studio ready, so I still enjoy doing that. I also have a blog that I put out. It's called 5011 Times, and people always correct me because it's more of a southern thing because you don't say the whole 5011 times, but I'm from the north, so I use the whole thing. But it came about because my grandmother used to say it all the time. And I used to ask them what it meant. And they told me that a lot of times when my mom used to yell at me with it. I told you 5011 times to do this. I told you 5011 times to do that. And I got smart one time and said 61 times. And I got smacked in the mouth. So, but what I coined it because for me and being older, there were a lot of things that I always wanted to do in my life, and I kept pushing it off and saying that I was going to do it one day, and I never did it. So the name 5011 Times came up because, for the 5011th time, I am going to actually put this out there and do this. So it talks about everything from hopes and dreams, never being too late, never being too old. And kind of my journey into other things that I want to get into. It also talks a little bit about financing since that's the field that I primarily work in because I work for financial brokers for a living.
Okay.
And it also talks about the things that we don't like to talk about when it comes to people dying and death and stuff like that. The things that you actually have to do. Not just the sad part, but like the documents that you have to get, what you have to gather, trying to make sure that you have your will together, having the hard discussions, with your family and or your parents about what they need to know or need to tell you before they pass away or God forbid you pass away. Because I'm really tired of our community having to raise funds with other family members because they don't have things in place. And just really kind of pushing that or saving money and not wanting to do the easy things like put your pennies in a jar, put this, don't, the Bitcoin and the, cryptocurrency is cool and it looks good on paper, but, I've seen a lot of people get scammed with it. And sometimes you have to do things like just the boring, old-fashioned, one step at a time way so that you can see 6 months from now that you actually made a dent, in your life. And especially for our community, we just want to see the end result, but we don't want to go through the process. And so I'm going to use myself as an example on my blog to be the one that goes through the process for some things so that you can do this too.
Okay. No, that's good. That's really good. Tanya?
Yes, I am the owner of Gem Event Planning and Design, and we provide luxury events for intimate settings to corporate, mainly weddings and parties. I'm in the middle of a rebrand, but you can still catch me on social media, Gem Event Planning and Design, the IG, and also we're about to launch our gourmet popcorn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a couple of little legal things that we have to do, but it'll be ready the next month.
Why are you rebranding?
Because the business is pivoting to more higher end clients.
Okay.
And so we need to revamp
Okay.
for that clientele.
Oh, okay. Okay. So when you say, I guess you hit a little bit of growth now, so you're into a different market now.
Yes, I I have been for the last few years,
Okay.
but it was kind of, I guess, trying to find my niche.
What's your minimum budget that you're going to work with?
I don't necessarily have a minimum budget
okay.
because each event isn't cookie cutter. Because you can have a $20,000 event, but it could be 10 people. So it just depends on what we're doing.
Wow.
So it ranges. That's what the consultation is all about, to see what your needs are, and if I'm the person for you. But
You have it could, you really have budgets where only 10 people for $20,000?
absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely. And it depends, like I said, what your need, because as I tell my clients, let's say even a basic table setup, if we're doing a linen on your table and charger plates, the plates under the plate, and a centerpiece, the difference is the type of linen. Am I using a $20 linen, or am I using a $300 linen per table? Is it a dollar store charger plate, or is it a custom charger plate that costs you about $400 or $500 per charger? So it depends on what you're looking for. The centerpiece, are you talking a $30 centerpiece? Are you talking a $500 centerpiece? So, and we're talking each table.
No. Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, way out of my budget.
But that's why we have a consultation to see what your need is. If you are in the line of you want a charger that's $2 versus, like I said, a higher end.
$2. Give me $2.
But you may want to mix and match. So the head table could be a higher end, and then the others are the $2. So you get the whole experience of a true luxury event. So that's why.
That's why they said you was looking like money when you went on vacation. That's what's up. Congratulations. So,
She does a fabulous job.
She does.
yeah, you did Missy's wedding, and that was dope too. So yeah.
Thank you.
Katrina, next.
So I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, an adjunct professor, an approved supervisor. And so I'm the one that has been charged with help training the next wave, the next workforce of clinicians, therapists that are coming out. I'm also a doctoral candidate, so this time next year I'll have my PhD. So I'm getting into government spaces and contracting, lobbying. I was on Capitol Hill last week.
Lobbying.
Woo-hoo!
What's lobbying for?
So I was talking to our PA member, House of Representative member, as well as our PA senators, just about why mental health is important, why I need to continue to fund bills, to fund programs to help give training and stuff for people like me, as well as making sure that they don't cut funding for this service that is vital. So that's what I was doing last week.
Okay.
So I'm trying to get my name in all of the spaces and places so I can be of service any way that I can. I also, because arts and crafts help people keep people alive, I love to get my hands into arts and crafts. So I'm usually like making like centerpieces of stuff for people. I do a lot of work with a lot of silks, textiles, stuff like that. But that's some of the stuff that I do.
Christmas bulbs when she only gets.
Oh yeah, I
her
made all
Lacy
my
friends
my Lacy friends do Christmas with me, so I had them hand painting glass
Sit up
balls
with-
It was
for their
only,
tree.
it was
Like
only 2 Lacies
I
that
know.
showed up.
Yes.
right, but we had a good time. I don't care what.
And
you
it was
tell
a
me.
lot of glitter
We had
involved.
a great time, a lot of paint, a lot of glitter. But I do things so that people get the chance to really have that holistic care, like mind, body, spirit, the whole nine. That's me.
What's the demographic you work with?
So me personally now, I have a lot of business owners,
Okay.
upper middle class. That's not where I started. Like when I started, I used to do therapy behind the walls in the prison with families, and I would go to their homes, treatment facilities. I've worked in hospitals. I've worked in a lot of different places. I've been a therapist for almost 25 years. So, but now with my own practice, I get to pick and choose what I want. And probably also sometime this time next year, I will also expand my practice so that I'm actually taking on practicum students and actually doing a lot more hands-on, more than I do now.
That's what's up. Lori.
So I am a retired insurance specialist after 50 years, 33 with the company that I just retired from. Also, my husband and I are in the early stages of having a group for couples to help have healthier marriages, relationships, and teaching them.
Curriculum
Yeah,
development.
yeah, what she said. So we're at the early stages of that. I used to also be a licensed and certified personal trainer,
Okay.
where I train people how to like lift weights, cardio, take care of their bodies, different things like that. These were all my clients. They had to be. They didn't have a choice.
That part.
But that's what I do right now. What I do is not about money. I don't, that's just not my thing. I like this kind of stuff.
Okay.
Letting people talk about, things that they're going through in their marriage and, that.
Okay. Takesha.
I do not have a business, but that's okay. So I work at Children's Hospital in Philadelphia. I have for 25 years this year. And within the last 2, moved into the management space and just, managing a team of people and something I've always been very passionate about. And finally got the opportunity to step into that space. I've learned a lot. It has stretched me beyond measure in the last 2 years. But I have a thing for people and making sure that people are happy in what they're doing and that they're taken care of and that they're heard and that they get what they need. And I'm able to at least do that in the setting that I work now. So, but yeah, that's what I do. And I'm happy at it. I'm good.
Okay. What I want to ask is, how do you guys support each other's endeavors? Like, how do you guys keep each other moving as far as that to make sure that you guys fulfill your dreams?
Whatever it takes. If it's needing an extra hand, if I need help with setting up, my sisters are here. And if it's purchasing something, we're going to support each other, whatever it takes.
And we're also going to, there's a lot of, referring.
Yes.
So if someone asks me, who do I know who can do what? Well, I know Tanya can do this, and I know if I need a therapist, I know I have a friend who's a therapist. I don't have to go outside this group, right? So I'm going to refer the people that I know in here. And kind of push it along. But I'm just wondering, we also have someone else who's not here.
Yes.
Micah. Who wanted to be here, but she's doing what I'm going to say she's doing. She bakes. So it's not just cakes, but primarily that's her thing. Like wedding cakes, not just little. She does the fondant, all that, everything you need, anything you need, she can do. So it's called Micah's
Sweet Shop.
Sweet Shop.
Okay.
You can look at her on. You can go on Facebook. She's on Facebook. Yes, she sews. She does it all. She really does it all.
She's very creative.
She does arts and crafts.
Yeah, she does.
She does all that
And she's a teacher by
trade.
so
She came out of the class.
she did, didn't she?
I forget what she's doing, but
And she teaches. She's a Zumba instructor.
Zumba.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's been for what?
Couple years.
A long time. Yes.
I do remember seeing
Yeah,
something.
yeah. She just went and got the bug and started.
And she has also kicked all of our tails in the class.
Yes.
Yes.
We used
Officially.
to rock together every Wednesday night. It's good. It's fun.
All right, we're going to take one more quick break, a short break, real quick, okay? Hey, it's your boy Del. We're back with OPP. We're about to get some last minute statements from the Lacies, starting with my Aunt Missy. Look at this. She's so giddy. I'm keeping this on there too. Go ahead.
I guess my last statement would be, just thanking you first for even doing this. This, I know, is not unusual to have all of us on a pod and talk about stuff that's kind of boring to people, because we're not like, not that we're boring, but we're not like, we ain't doing a whole bunch. We're just kind
There's
of
no drama.
being friends. There's no drama. Exactly. And thank the Lacies for coming on, and just us putting out there that is more than just 7 women just having a conversation. That our lives are intertwining. That how we support each other, how we love on each other, how we're there for each other, and that it can be done.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have to just be with 2 people. It can be done with 7 people that truly love each other and truly have their best interests at heart. And then this is a journey that we're going to be on again. We die out of this. Yeah. This is us until the end.
Karen?
So.
We dying out of this?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because he's going to come to your door and be like, what's wrong with you?
That's right.
This is true.
What's
He
wrong?
will do that.
Who told you you could do it?
Who told you you could leave?
It's like the mob. What do you mean?
Just to reiterate what Missy said, just to thank you just for taking the time to have us on here. What I hope from this is that people learn to kind of take some time, love on each other a little bit more, encourage one another, especially in this day and age, because we need that. We need to be able to support each other. Stay focused, because there's a lot of stuff going on out there, and it can kind of trip you up a little bit, have you going left or right, and just stay focused on what it is that you want to do. In this day and age, with this technology, and the masses that you can reach, for things that you want to do, look past, I'm not saying don't include your friends and family, but when it comes to trying to figure out who you want to reach, look past your friends and family, because one day you're going to do or say something that your friends and family will pass on to somebody else, and when you think that they're not supporting you because they didn't really, give that oomph that you needed, they may have told somebody else, or while you're talking, when somebody's listening to this podcast or whatever, it's going to reach people that I don't know. And what I'm hoping is that they just kind of spread it, you pay it forward, and just kind of just work together. It's never too late to do anything.
Yeah. No, that's true. Very true. Tanya?
Well, pretty much to echo what they've already said. Thank you, Sidel, for having us. And one thing I've learned, that friends that you can really say that are family is priceless, because our relationships have definitely transcended friendship. We're truly sisters. And as Black women, knowing that you got 6 other women that truly got your back, I wouldn't trade that for nothing.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Katrina?
Go through them hands.
You're a listener.
That's one of the prerequisites. Of course, thank you, not only for having us on, but for how you've engaged us the entire time. I think it's allowed for all of us to really speak to why we love each other the way we do. You already know. You already know what it's hitting for. Because even my final statement is about to be deep. But to drive home what Tanya was talking about is family is not just blood. And so your family of choice is just as important, and it is often your family of choice that really rocks hard with you through those moments. And being very intentional about the people that you choose to give the honor to be your family of choice. And with that being said, the next thing that I'll talk about is this idea of quality over quantity. And you can't say that you want this and you're not willing to put it out. You got to reflect what you want to see back. And that's what happens with these ladies, and that's why our relationship is as solid as it has longevity, it has depth, it has roots. Like, things may come, winds may blow, we ain't falling over. And I think that's the thing that I want to make sure that people understand is, if you want something like this, put your money where your mouth is. Work. Invest. Just because you have a fight, it doesn't mean that you get to walk away. Not if you want something for longevity, because you are going to fight. You are going to be tested. But are you going to fold like a cheap napkin? Or are you going to do what you got to do? And that's what I got.
You better go, girl.
Come on with the cheap napkin.
Oh, that's why you the doctor, girl.
The girl.
Dollar store napkin.
Right.
Lori?
Well, I would say two things. Being spiritual. I agree with everybody said, and thank you for giving us this platform, because I believe it is very important for Black women mainly to know that you can have a friendship and have all the other catty stuff, but iron sharpens iron. And the Word of God says there is no greater love than a man that lays down his life for a friend. And unless you are willing to do that, you can't be calling people your friend. That's my associate. We just, whatever. We're friends because we'll lay down our life for each other. Am I right? For each other. And when we say you gotta know how to throw them hands, because you don't know with people, how people react. Like, women can be very catty. She got long hair. Women can be catty over that old car she drives. Can be catty, over things like that. But that's what I say, don't just be true to yourself, but be true to the ones that you calling your friend.
Takesha?
The last one. Let's see. The last of the Mohicans. So I will say thank you, because this was a lot of fun. Always want to do a podcast, so appreciate the opportunity. So there's that. Echoing, of course, everything that everyone said before me. And it's funny because for me, we all have different circles of friends outside of this, I know, and I do. And I have one friend in particular who's always saying, I wish I had like a best friend or someone that I could, always was there, and like why this, that, and these relationships and everything like that. And I was like, it really makes me, whenever she says it, it makes me reflect, and I go, wow, I'm really blessed to have some really, really great people in my life. And I have friends that I don't have to worry about that. They're always there if I need them, when I need them. And that's huge, coming from a kid that's the oldest, who grew up like the only child, because my brother and sister, my dad remarried when I was young, and they're over there. And friendships, relationships have always been extremely important to me because of the fact that I was the only child in the house and kind of doing my own thing. So I appreciate everybody. I appreciate them more than they even know. I probably don't say it enough, so I'm gonna say it here, and everybody's gonna hear it. I love y'all. I would do anything for y'all.
I would take your forceful love.
Yeah, like I will come from behind and like punch someone in the face. Like I got you. I got you. I got you. No words. Just taking care of business.
You
Like,
want to
love y'all.
do something about this aggression?
Right. Help me out.
No, I'm going to train her. We're going to get her boxing so she can
she
get a
can't.
She's horrible too.
She's worse than all of us.
Yeah.
She's
worse.
She's
She's
fast.
And to all the women who may see this, be okay being an individual within your group of friends. It's okay if those people who you are friends with can't accept that, then move on and find some others, and be you. Stay in your lane. Just be you, and be unapologetically yourself, and be comfortable with it. So
And don't be a hater.
don't be a hater.
And
Just
be the friend
do you.
that can hold others accountable and allow for others to hold you accountable.
Yes.
Absolutely.
That's
Absolutely.
important.
And know that they're doing it because they love you.
That's right.
There you go.
So this was nice, very insightful. I've learned some things from you guys, just based on interactions, handling certain situations. So I appreciate that aspect of it. I also feel like every time I do a pod, I always learn something about someone. What was it? Chris Green, he came on the couch, he started talking about Prince. He was like, why am I talking about Prince? This is like therapy here. So Thank you. I know you guys thank me, but thank you. This was nice, and I appreciate the support and you guys coming on the pod.
We're super proud.
Got
of
it.
you.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
wish you much success and money rain down on him.
Right.
Rain down on
All
him,
of it.
God. Yes.
Continual contract.
Yes.
Well, that wraps up our episode with opposing perspectives. This is episode 56. Make sure you tune in to YouTube, Facebook, IG, and make sure you like and subscribe. Thank you.
Oh,